Hey, call me Shape, and today I'm reacting to a video titled, Is Soft Life a Scam? Masculine Women Hiding Behind Femininity. Let's get right into it.
This soft life, yeah, that they're portraying to you on social media is a scam. It's a scam. And when I realized it, that's when I got myself to work. It's a scam. Let me tell you something. First of all, right, if you're wishing for soft life, yeah, and you're doing it in the way that a lot of these people are trying to tell you to do it, like date up, date somebody more successful than you, that means that you are basing the fact that your whole life is going to be in the hands of a man. Men that can wake up today after 36 years of marriage and say that I don't feel like being with you anymore, and you can ask them why, and they say, I just don't feel like it. That's the person you're basing your future on. Excuse me, my friend, if you don't get up and get yourself a job. Listen, soft life is it's amazing. I'm all for it, right? But a lot of the time you need to create a soft life for yourself. It's amazing if on the way you meet a man that can take that burden off of you and do it for you. I would love to meet a man like that. I would plan to meet a man like that. But in my plan, I will make sure that I work hard enough that if that should never happen, I am set. Soft life is a scam. It's a scam. Don't look at a lot of these girls that you're watching, yeah? They're working hard, you know? But they're not showing you how early they get up. They're not showing you what they have to do to get their money. They're not showing you that. All they're showing you is the apartment, the car, and the house. You know that house is paid with money, right? Yes. Okay, so where do people get their money? Because yes, a lot of people are getting their money in ways that aren't ethically right for you. That's fair, right? So you wouldn't do that. But if they're not getting their money from pimping themselves out, they're working. So as much as this soft life thing is being promoted, I also need people to start telling people how hard they're working. Because you might be looking at Jada Wader, yes, but Jada Wader gets up early. Jada Wader's at the meeting on time. I have Jada Wader on Snap. Jada Wader don't sit still. So as much as it's soft life because she's finally reaping what she sowed, she had to work hard to get there. Do you understand? So this whole soft life thing, like, you're not going to get a good life by just hoping that you date the right man. Of course, that could happen, but what are the chances? Are you really going to base your life on that? Nah, sorry, me, I'm working, boy. If you see these dark bags, I'm working. Why? Because I want to be able to say, yeah, soft life when I'm older. I would love to say that my husband did it for me, fantastic, but I'm not basing my entire life on my husband doing good things and working well. Because if he decides he doesn't want to be with me, I'm done.
Yeah, you know what? You're done because I'm tired of hearing you talk. And honestly, I see a wedding ring on your hand, but you're not married. What's up with that? You know, I think it's funny because women, she said in the very beginning, she said, I would love if a man provided me with a soft life, but he could wake up after 10, 20 years of marriage and say, I don't want to be with you anymore. I'm divorced, right? And it's funny that women say that and they clearly don't read or look at statistics. It's more likely that a man's going to wake up and his wife would say, I don't want to be with you anymore. Women file for divorce 80% of the time. So her reality and her mindset, her philosophy is based off of fallacy. It's not true. Women are more likely at an 8 to 10 clip, or 8 to 2 clip, I should say, 80% of the time versus 20% of the time, to file for divorce. So it's actually unlikely if you get married that your husband will divorce you. It's more likely that you will divorce your husband. That's the first thing. Second thing is she's trying to say that, I'd rather get a job. A job is more reliable than a man. Well, let me ask you this question. A job can't fire you after 10, 20 years? Aren't people getting laid off right now after many years of dedicating themselves to a job? So if you had to dedicate yourself to somebody, you're going to dedicate yourself to a job, to a corporation, not a man? Remember, a corporation won't die for you. Men, especially the ones that believe in the Bible like me, it's our covenant with God to love the woman like Christ loves the church. And Christ died for the church. So what does that mean? We got to be willing to die for our woman and love her in such a way that we would be gladly willing to die for her. And all women have to do, literally all women have to do as their bond with God, is to submit to their husbands, submit to us as their husbands. That's it. And what do we have to do? We have to die for them. So you got to shut up. We got to die. Not that big of a deal. To me, I think women actually just want control. She wants to control, and she believes a job will allow her to control. But you're not in control. You have a job. You could get fired. Okay? And honestly, I just don't understand why women don't want to cooperate with a man who would gladly put a ring on your finger. You're the attractive black girl, and also protect you. And it's unlikely he's going to divorce you, okay? But she's not the only woman that believes this. There's, of course, more women that believe this. They believe soft life is a scam. But she thinks soft life is a different scam. I thought this was interesting what she said. Let's watch the video and then we'll respond to it. Hey, listen up, Shape Squad. If you're enjoying the content and want to support the channel, right now you could buy me a coffee. That's right, buy me a coffee. You could click the link in the description or use my QR code to make a one-time or monthly donation. It's easy, simple, and it goes a long way. All your support goes to funding the channel and keeping it safe from you know what. And it allows me to make better content and even collaborate with other content creators. So thank you for rocking with me. Now let's get right back to the content.
Fight me because y'all know I got them hands. Being a baddie and living the soft life do not correlate. They literally are separate. You have to choose one or the other. This idea that we're being fed that we need to keep up with these crazy beauty standards in order to be deemed desirable, or that like keeping your lashes, nails, and hair done and cosmetic procedures is giving soft life is a scam. Because everything about the process of being a baddie feels very masculine. Because it's work. The process of keeping your hair, lashes, nails done, makeup, going shopping, all of that is so draining to me now. Getting my nails done, getting my hair done, getting my lashes done, I used to feel very excited about those things. Where now, sitting in a chair for 2 hours just to get my nails done feels very inconveniencing. But I'm happy with the aftermath. The process feels like work. Now, of course, we're still gonna do it because we're just girls. Like, we want to dress it up and make it real. Beauty is pain. But the idea that you're living the soft life because you can get your hair and lashes and nails done every week, they don't go hand in hand. The soft life is walking outside the way God made you and feeling just as beautiful. Everything about the process of being a baddie feels very masculine because it's work. Fight me because...
You know, it's so funny that she said that. And she thinks God in one hand. She got the cross around her neck. Okay, I appreciate that. Got the crucifix. Okay. You know, Jesus is king. We know that. But what I find funny was she said being the soft life feels like hard work. It feels very masculine. Let me tell you something. Women worked hard in the Bible. You might not believe it because you didn't read it. Why don't you get the Bible and just read it? Just read. Open it up. Open it up and just read. Just turn to any page and read. Mine's turned to Proverbs 8:29. The poor man is detestable even to his neighbor, but the rich man has friends and to spare. Very interesting. That's Proverbs 8:29. Okay, you can read more of the Bible on your own time. Anyway, the other point I want to make is that she said, well, and funny that we talked about Proverbs. Proverbs talks about the perfect wife, right? Which, by the way, they described as a woman who was strong. You could see the strength in her arms. That's how the passage described it. You could see the strength in her arms, okay? She got up early and traveled in far distance for clean food for her family. So she would wake up earlier than her family, kind of what the girl said Jada Waiter did. She'd wake up early to go get her family clean food. And they compared her to a merchant ship because merchant ships go far out to lands to get food. So they compared the perfect wife to a merchant ship. So to be a good wife is not to sit back and do nothing. A lot of people think the soft life is just the lazy life, to just do nothing, be lazy. And that's exactly what y'all girls are. Y'all are lazy. Y'all are not built for survival. American modern women are some of the weakest women that ever existed. Why? Because they're mentally weak. In their mind, they believe, oh, I want a man to do this. Oh my God, I want a man to change the tire. I want a man to do that. They think a man is just a servant. Because you know why they think a man is a servant? And I figured it out. It's because women believe they're God. Women believe they're God. We're God's servant. I'm God's servant. I'm not your servant. I'm supposed to serve God. And to serve God is to serve my purpose. And therefore, my purpose is my priority because God is my priority. But a lot of women want a soft life, a life they dream of, where a rich man makes them a priority and just gives them money. And they're essentially sugar babies. When people say soft life, they want to be a sugar baby. They want to be a spoiled girl for being rich and dumb. I mean, for being pretty and dumb. That's what they want. They want a rich man that's going to spoil them, make them into a sugar baby because they're pretty. They don't gotta do nothing. They gotta roll out of bed, suck a little something, you know what I'm saying? Jerk a little something. That's all they gotta do. That's all they do. They don't do no hard work. But like I said, in biblical terms, the perfect wife was a hard-working wife. And when she opened up her mouth, she speak wisdom with the kindness of her heart. And she was kind to people. She was not a lazy woman. The perfect wife is not a lazy woman. It's a woman that a man can trust with his heart. That she's going to do good by him all of her years and never do him evil. That's what the Bible says. But people rock the cross and they don't read the Bible. I get it. I get it. Okay? I call y'all non-believers. Because if you're a believer, you got to read. Your actions got to reflect that you believe. And if you believe in God, you got to believe in the word. A lot of people want to believe in a religion. I don't want to get into that. The Bible's not a book about religion. My only point I'm bringing about all this stuff is I'm calling her out on her own claims about God this, God that. You ain't in alignment with God, baby. You ain't. I'm not saying I am. I'm working every day to be in alignment with him, okay? And one of the things that I do is I read. But nowadays, people don't even read, okay? You don't got to make it illegal for black people to read. Black people won't read on their own. On their own. They just don't. They just won't, right? Sad. Very sad. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you over there.